Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today, we're going to talk about 5 types of watches I wouldn't buy, not even with your money. Now, of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing my Breguet Marine. Haven't worn it for a couple weeks, absolutely loving it though. Also, guys, just a quick little shout out to DelReyWatch.com. Couple of new watches in stock. We got in a box and papers Rolex Kermit. That's right, the 50th anniversary edition, not the Sermit, but the Kermit. Gotta love that one. We got in a very cool two-tone Omega Constellation coaxial, magical blue dial on that one, and a limited edition, Japan-only Omega Speedmaster Reduced, amongst other things, all at DelReyWatch.com, link in the description below. Anyway, guys, let's get right into it. So yeah, guys, 5 types of watches that I wouldn't buy for various reasons. Now, of course, before I get started, this is all based on my opinion. If you guys own a few of these watches, I feel sorry for you, but once again, that's only me. This is not a this is a generalization, kind of like watch guidelines, things you should avoid. Let's get the really easy one out of the way, and that is fashion watches. What is a fashion watch? A company with almost no horological history, or a company with horological history in the past that makes crap overpriced products in current times. Daniel Wellington, crap. Movement, crap. Vincero, crap. Filippo Loreti, crap. Modern Movado, very overpriced crap. All stuff I never buy. But you guys probably knew that. I just think it needed to be number one on this list so we can get it out of the way. Second is vintage watches, but not all vintage watches. Vintage watches from no-name dealers. Guys, I am not the biggest vintage watch expert, but I do know watches, I think fair to say, better than most people, better than most. And even I wouldn't buy a vintage watch from a dealer, not necessarily a dealer that I don't know, but at least a dealer I don't trust, someone with a reputation. I'm willing to spend a few bucks more and buy a watch from Eric Wind, or Menta watches, maybe Amsterdam vintage watches, because even though I might not be getting a wholesale deal, I know they'll stand behind their product. They know what they're selling, they know the nuances, and when I ask questions, they're not just going to make up the answers. Nothing more dangerous than spending some real money on a vintage watch on eBay or from some schmuck on the forum who doesn't know any better. Buy it from someone who has a reputation and who has a reputation to lose if they screw you. I think that is very, very important. Third, and this is also has to do with vintage watches, and that is vintage watches that have had water damage. Yes, water damage can be repaired, but some telltale signs always remain. Moisture signs on the dial, moisture dots on the movement. Now, water damage is like cancer to watches. Even though it can be repaired, it'll never be the same again, and in most cases, it'll always end up running like crap. Water and watches, or at least the inside of watches and water, absolutely do not mix. Fourth is watches I will lose a ton of money on. Now, guys, yes, I am a watch dealer. This is a well-known fact, but it doesn't mean, even as not a watch dealer, that I should buy a watch that I know I'm going to lose a shit ton of money on. No one wants to waste money, whether you're a watch dealer or not. So what does that mean? First and foremost, I very rarely buy new watches, unless it's going to be rare or in demand, something with a wait list. Of course, it depends on the watch, so that really matters. But generally, let someone take the depreciation hit for you. Buy pre-owned. Second, I'm not going to buy a brand like Baume & Mercier for $4,000 when I see them selling pre-owned for $700. I mean, that is a real hit. So when I buy my watch, I'm not necessarily buying them for my personal collection to make money, but I try and minimize the hit I'm going to take, because watch collecting is expensive. We don't all have unlimited money, and for me to buy a watch when I want to trade out of it, I'd like to not get screwed over without Vaseline. Just saying. And then last but not least, and I think a trap many people fall into, including some people on YouTube, YouTubers, and that is substitute watches. What is a substitute watch? That is a watch you bought to substitute the one you really wanted because you couldn't afford it. Great example, a quartz AP Royal Oak, or something in a smaller size, 32, 33 millimeters. A watch that maybe you do like, kind of, and may fit you, but we all know, including yourself, can't lie to yourself, that you would have preferred the automatic version. You know, for $4,000 or $5,000 more, which is a lot of money, but it's not insurmountable, you should have, toughed it out and had the balls to save a little bit longer to get what you actually want. Because now you have, I don't know, an example, an AP Royal Oak Quartz, or you have maybe a Quartz Seamaster, when, you thought that's good enough. I don't want to wait and save anymore. Now, if you actually wanted the Quartz version, I don't know why you would, but listen, you do you. But in most cases, it's just because you didn't have the patience to save up. And I think those are the biggest wastes of money, because they don't satisfy the watch collecting itch. Maybe they do for the first week or two, but then you ultimately know you settled. And also, everybody else knows it as well. So when you go to sell it, they don't generally hold value very well. Do yourself the favor, save up a little extra, and get what you actually want. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. 5 types of watches I wouldn't get caught dead buying. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help. And please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more content. Guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.